everybody around you hates you and wishes you harm. You know, like high school. Shihogiri. Each. Ni. San. Shi. Go. No, stop it. No. No, bad. Actually, high school might have been more fun for her if she would have had a sword. Probably briefer, too. Those 7 years of 9th grade would have been much fun. Folks, we're from Iowa. 9th grade is as far as we get. I was going to say that's as far as we go, but that's not true. That was bad. On with the show. But I don't want to move on to the next part. Nope. All right, look, we might as well explain that part. As the samurai continued training, once they were competent to swing a sword on their own, they needed to know what to do when someone swung a sword at them. And the reason why we're doing this on stage and showing you while you're sitting there going, why do I need to know what to do if somebody attacks me with a sword? The age of the sword is past. I will never need this information. This is the part of the program where I advise you to take a good look around. You are at an anime con. Do you know what that means? You are completely surrounded by people you don't know in anonymous costumes, heavily armed with poor impulse control, and you've been off your meds for at least 2 days. This is relevant this weekend. In fact, we have the lightsaber crowd flashing you. And no, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean their weapons are lighting up. For a minute, that kid got really excited. No. All right, so, and the reason why we're going to show you what the samurai trained at with this is because normal human reaction, if someone jumps out and swings a razor-sharp sword at your head, this is usually what you see. No, don't kill me! You know, the flinch response, which is about one step up from the fetal position. And just so we're clear, the fetal position, not only was that of no use on the battlefield, it won't help you in your dating life either. So, the samurai trained. And for those of you who have taken taekwondo and karate in your dojo, and this is our shout out to our favorite movie of all time, The Karate Kid. That really cool block you learned in class was never intended to be used against a sharpened piece of steel. If that's your brilliant idea, they swing the sword at your head, yeah, arm off. That's not a block that's going to work against a sword. She swings, I throw my arm out, that's a sort of block I can only do once.
Twice.
Well, twice. 2 arms. 1, 2.
Sweetheart, they consider that one a Darwin Award.
Are we allowed to talk about Darwin in Philadelphia?
We're not in Kansas, it's okay.
Look, there's a story there, okay? We were in Kansas performing at a Ren Fair, and we made a Darwin joke, and a lady on the front row got really offended at us, did the whole disapproving mom thing, shook her head, snorted, finally put her hands on her hips, and then she interrupted our show. She said, hey, you better be careful with those Darwin jokes. Do you know where you are? I'm like, I'm on stage at a Ren Fair. And she goes, you're in Kansas. Do you know what that means? And I said, got it. I'll talk slower. That joke always goes over better on the East Coast than it does in Kansas.